before, and then I will show you after. And this is how it looks after. I saw the clip and I couldn't believe how the fireplace looked before, because we had done that obviously before. We showed you guys the fireplace, but I thought it'd be cool to show you guys like comparisons of it. Man, you've come a long way. Nice upgrade. I finally got my mirror. Until we get a family portrait. We may do a family portrait here eventually. But for now, I think a mirror would open up the space. We needed something here because it looked kind of strange. It's not gonna sit here. Obviously, we're gonna put it up on the wall. It's hard to show you guys because of all the light coming in. It's super sunny right now. But it's super cute. It's like a silver, but it looks like a stone appearance. We have been super busy lately getting the house and things ready for Lila's party. As you can see, we kind of got a mess here. Opening up boxes and trying to get everything organized. Games, because whatever, we like games. Anyways, I didn't want to not do a vlog, but we've been that busy that I figured, you know, let's just do a sit down and we can go through a couple things that people seem to either misunderstand or just not quite understand in general. Will you get bulky? Will you get muscular? Should you weightlift areas that are your problem areas? I get people who are like, you know, Florina, my quads are thick. I have gains already down there, so I don't really want to do squats or anything that, you know, may target my quads so they don't get any bigger. Now, let's be real, there's a difference between fat gains and muscle gains. If you're talking about having thick quads, as in that's where you store fat, you still need to work them, because in order to get rid of that fat, it must be worked. Same thing now, how I always tell you guys I have fat triceps. I still have to work my triceps. If I don't work my triceps, then they will continue to be fat. That is where it's always gonna be loose. I'm always gonna have that as a problem area if I don't work it. You're not gonna get larger by working the area. You're actually gonna get leaner and tone it. See, what happens is you're gonna build muscle, the muscle will burn the fat. But if you're eating at a deficit, which most of you are clearly trying to eat at a deficit to get that area smaller, you cannot get bigger. The rule is to eat at a surplus, gain, and to eat at a deficit to lose. So if you are eating at a deficit and you're working that area, it's gonna get smaller and more toned and look better. Same thing as, you know, when I was bulking, at the end of my bulk, my legs were thicker, curvier, and now that I'm leaning, they are leaner, but there's muscle definition there. So there is a difference between leaning and bulking. So you will not get bulkier or bigger unless you're eating at a surplus. And then this whole idea that getting muscular, like super muscular, is gonna happen fast and overnight, cannot happen. This takes years of dedication. Like, I lift extremely heavy. I was eating 3,000 calories, and I don't think I'm like that muscular, you know, to the point where I look like a man or too much. And it's been years now that I've been doing that. So to get really big takes a lot of time, dedication, and eating at a surplus. If you're not doing a lot of those things, you won't get big, muscular, bulky, manly looking. I mean, don't you think every guy would be buff like crazy if that was the case? But it is not. And this goes back to this whole like quad dominance. A lot of people say the majority of people are quad dominant. Well, you have to understand quad dominant as in muscle, your quads, or is that where you store fat? So because these people say that they're quad dominant, they avoid working their quads, when in reality, you need to work them to lean them and get them to where you want, not avoid the problem area, because it's not gonna really help it. Same thing with my triceps, guys. They weren't showing at all. Now I'm getting good tricep definition. The light might be a little bit soft, so it may not catch it. But I needed to work the area to fix the problem. I couldn't just avoid it because I have fat triceps. What would happen? They would continue to be where they are. Sorry, where they were, not where they are, because where they are now is good. And then another thing I wanted to talk about, I probably said it in one of my bulking videos, but I've had people who are like, oh, you know, I'm just gonna gain weight, and then once I get to the size I want, then I'm gonna start weightlifting and working on toning. That's not how you bulk, guys, because you need to build muscle. So while you're eating at a surplus, this surplus should be going to building muscle, not storing fat. Because here's what happens. You store fat, let's say all you put on is fat. When it comes down to leaning, you're just leaning all your fat. So you didn't do anything at all. You never made any actual permanent gains like muscle. So once you start leaning, you're supposed to see muscle gains. You can't just eat at a surplus, gain fat, and then be like, I bulked, because that's not the same thing. You can't you cannot convert fat into muscle. A lot of people have this idea too, like they'll sign up for my plan and they're overweight and they know they're overweight, but they want to turn their fat into muscle. They want to bulk, they don't want to get leaner, they want to keep their size, but change their body composition and create like this beautiful round big butt. But the problem with that is that would mean I would have to put them into bulking, eating at a surplus, which would mean they would gain even more weight and more fat. You cannot convert fat into muscle. Muscle does burn fat, but it doesn't become muscle. Sorry guys, we're playing games with the sun. It comes and goes. Apparently I turned really dark at one point, so bear with us. Also keep in mind, it's always going to be harder for girls to build muscle. It's easier for guys because they have more testosterone, but the rule is 2 to 5 pounds a month. However, girls are on the way lower end of that, and you really have to be doing everything right, killing the muscle every workout. One workout that you just go in and you don't push it till failure and really destroy that muscle, you didn't really accomplish much. Yeah, you put in a good workout, you probably maintained the muscle you had, you got a good pump, but if you didn't push it really, really hard, like I'm saying train like a beast every single time, you're not gonna build that 5 pounds of muscle a month. It's very hard to do. So say you're a girl, you build about 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds of muscle a month. If you gain 20 pounds in a month, it's unfortunate to tell you this, but you've gained 18 or 19 pounds of pure fat, which is not the right thing to do. During a bulk, you're not gonna see fast weight gain, and if you do, know that there's something wrong with that, because no one could really build that much muscle unless you're getting a little bit of help from drugs, and which I don't really know the rule on that or how fast it works, but you cannot build very much muscle in a very short amount of time. Now, I talked about this before, but because I still get people who ask, and lately I've been seeing a lot of videos out there from like top-notch people that have like a lot of followers saying like grow your booty and lean your waist all at the same time. Guys, you cannot do this. It is highly impossible. You cannot gain size and lose size at the same time. They contradict each other. In order to gain, you must eat, and in order to lose, you must eat less. Cut some of that out. You have to eat at a deficit in order to lose. You cannot bulk and also shred fat from your abs. Like, anyone who is preaching this is ridiculous. It is impossible. They don't know the first rule about fitness, because it's obviously burn fat, deficit, gain, surplus. I mean, that's the #1 rule. It's ridiculous how many videos I've already seen that state that this is possible when it really isn't. Yes, you can build some muscle eating at fat loss. You can build muscle definition, but you're not gonna build up in size and go up a gene size or 2 gene size. You're just gonna see nice defined muscle definition. And if you're still anti-muscle, hopefully this will convince you. Muscle is what keeps you looking better long term. Muscle is what allows you to take a week or 2 weeks off from the gym and not feel like you just blew up like a blowfish. It's muscle that changes your body composition, and you want to start building it now, because as you age, you lose more and more muscle. You become more fragile. You become that old lady that can't lift her arms above her head, or can't really walk up the stairs on their own, or just do things on their own. Muscle is so important for so many reasons, but it also torches body fat like no other. I was able to get through my bulk still looking pretty decent. If I flexed, I had a 6-pack. I needed to flex to have it, but I looked a lot better because I had muscle to begin with. So muscle has so many benefits, and I feel like it just overall keeps you younger. And keep in mind, all your goals are based on your nutrition. It's not about how hard you work out in the gym, how many workouts you can fit in, what new workout trend you're doing. It's about how you're eating, if you're eating towards your goals. Always keep that in mind. I talk about this so much, and yet I still have people, even clients who have been on my plan and know that I preach eat towards your goals. Like, well, what if I just do the workouts but not worry about what I'm eating? It doesn't work that way. You cannot outwork a bad diet, guys. You'll just be in a vicious circle, never reaching your goals. I guess I just wanted to talk about this because I'm still kind of shocked. There's still people scared to build muscle, or that don't quite know how muscle works. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this quick tip. I really wanted to get a vlog out for you guys, even though we've been so busy. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, and you like these type of videos, show your support with a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that bell for notifications, and until tomorrow, bye guys.